Hey Sager, it's Mrs. Long, your favorite librarian and your favorite book nerd, here with some super big news that I really cannot contain any longer because I'm just so super excited. Hopefully by now you've heard about one of our Truman books called The Girl Who's Supposed to Die, or at least you've seen it around, you've seen people reading it. Well, my news is that New York Times bestselling author April Henry, who wrote this book and a whole bunch of other ones, is coming to Sager. She's coming for a special event on May 5th. This is what April looks like. She's been writing books for a whole bunch of years now, and she's really popular all across the United States. She likes to describe herself as somebody who kills people, but only on paper. Her specialty is mystery books, thrillers, books that are going to have you on the edge of your seat wanting to turn the page and see what's going to happen next. A couple of years ago, April wrote a book called Girl Stolen, and this book won the Truman Readers Award prize. So that means that all the kids in the state of Missouri voted on which Truman book they liked for the 2012-2013 school year, and their favorite book was Girl Stolen for that year. And April received a prize and a big award based on winning that nomination. One of April's newer books is called The Body in the Woods, and this one, I can tell you, is already on our Truman's list for next year. And so all of these books that I'm mentioning are ones that you can pre-order, and April will sign them for you the day of our event. Another book of April's that we have in the LC is The Night She Disappeared. As you can tell, like, April's theme is kind of teenage girls getting stolen, lost, on the verge of being murdered, and seeing how they can escape those situations and survive. So really intense type of thrillers.
That's a passage from the beginning of my new book, The Girl I Used to Be. 17-year-old Olivia Reinhardt grew up knowing that her dad killed her mom, but then a human bone is found in the woods and it changes everything. The Girl I Used to Be is a fitting title on two levels. One is it's about Olivia Reinhardt, born Ariel Benson, trying to figure out what happened to the girl she used to be. Her parents were too young and not married when they had her. They fought all the time, but still, when she's 3, they take her to the woods to look for a Christmas tree, but they never come back. Meanwhile, 3 hours away, a girl is found in a Walmart. She's so young, she can't tell anybody her name. She can't tell anyone how she got to be there. It takes a while before they figure out that it's Ariel Benson. And it's a few weeks before her mother's body is found in the woods. She's been stabbed to death. The authorities figure Ariel's father must have snapped and killed her and then taken Ariel to the Walmart. Ariel ends up in foster care and then has a failed adoption that leaves her with the name of Olivia Reinhardt. But when she's 17 and that bone is found in the woods, authorities realize that her parents were both murdered that day, and it's the killer who took Olivia to the Walmart. Olivia moves back home to try and figure out what happened to her parents and if anyone there knows what the truth is. But of course, the killer won't want the truth to come out. The other way that the book is a fitting title is that it's about Medford, the place that I grew up, and Olivia has a neighbor, and I made that neighbor look and dress and act just like my mom. My mom was slowly dying when I was writing the book, and I was actually able to read part of the book to her while she was on hospice. I put so much of what I love about Medford in that book, that tawny hills that hold the valley like cupped hands. I put the old Oddfellows Cemetery, where we spent so many hours when we were kids looking at the old gravestones. And in the winter, we would even sled on the parts where there weren't any gravestones. I also got to put in the book this necklace that my mom gave me. Just as happens to Olivia in the book, when I complimented my mom on the necklace, she took it off her own neck and handed it to me, and that's what happens to Olivia. That's a little bit about the girl I used to be. I hope you'll check it out, and I hope you'll love it.
All right, so here's some details. April is going to speak at Saeger Thursday, May 5th during 7th hour in the Learning Commons. Spots for this event are limited. Truman readers, those who have already read at least 2 Truman books, and students who order a book get first dibs on coming to our event and meeting April. See Mrs. Long to get your name on the list. Anyone can order a book for April to sign, even if you don't get to come to the event. So your ELA teacher or Mrs. Long or Miss Curry, we all have order forms, and there's prices on there. All the book money is due to Mrs. Long by Friday, April 8th, and we need exact cash or a check made out to Main Street Books. I would really love to make this event super awesome. So if you feel inspired by April's books, please create some artwork, pictures, even if it's word art, whatever you feel like, and we'll post them all over their LC and down the hallway so that April will walk on the way to the library, just to show her how much her books matter to us. I'm also going to make a huge banner for everybody who's coming to the event to sign, to thank April and to welcome her to Saeger. If you have questions for April, plan ahead. Write them on an index card so we can be sure to get them answered during the event. If you have any questions about this event or you need more info, come talk to me, Mrs. Long, in the Learning Commons anytime. I'm happy to help you out. So don't forget, see your ELA teacher or some of your awesome Learning Commons staff members to get an order form and place your order for whatever book you want. And come visit me, Mrs. Long, to reserve your spot for the event as well.